Hi, welcome. Thank you for tuning in today. Today we're going to discuss two wonderful quotes from Theodore Roosevelt, and I hope that helps you to lift up your day and keep your positive spirit very high for you to do better in what you do. And this is really one of my best, and it really strikes my heart every time I read this, and then which makes a lot of sense if you really pay attention to those words. These are the greatest leaders. So, without further ado, I would like to get into it and hope that helps you and to do better in what you do. In any moment of a decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. So that's a number first. So if you take any decision, probably what can happen, first thing, you always expect right thing. The next best thing, probably it might not work the way you expect, so it can be wrong. And the third worst thing you can do is nothing. Basically, there are three things can happen if you take a decision. Be it in your job, be it in your business, be it in your personal life. So you have to sometimes we are forced to take decisions. And sometimes people don't take decisions and they keep prolonging it and keep taking, let's do it today, tomorrow, let's wait for tides to fall down, so on and so forth. So we prolong, that's our nature. Again, it comes back to the fear. So basically, but sometimes you have to take decisions, and you end up taking decisions, and then there are two things happen: either you succeed or you fail. So if you succeed, you're going to have more confidence, and you take more decisions and move further. And if you fail, probably you will stay back a little to take another decision. Is going to take a little more time than what you did in the past. So the best thing that you could do is taking a decision. So, in any moment of a decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. That if it works out well, the next best thing is pretty much is not going to work out the way you expect. So that's the wrong thing. But then if it happened to be the wrong thing, you can always plan back and review things why it didn't go well, and you need to take a different action to move further. So it seemed like you need to take a different path to get there. And the worst thing that you can do is basically prolonging and doing nothing. So that's one. So I hope that really helps you to apply in your life. So taking decision is very important, and prolonging you can do. Try to understand pros and cons, but taking too long to take a decision can end up wasting your time. But either ways, if you have to take a decision and the results will show up either positive or negative, but then worst thing can happen if you don't take a decision is basically nothing. And there is this just related to that. There's one wonderful quote he always says, believe you can, you're halfway there. So it's all starting with your belief system. Now the belief systems, I can talk on and on the belief systems. These belief systems are built from the time we were born. Now suppose if you different part of the world, if you're born, you had a different food beliefs, habits, I would say. So these are the systems which was put in your thing. It's not because someone is telling you to do it. This is how you picked up with your surroundings where you grown up. Be it in a religion aspects, be it in your professional aspects, be it in your how open-minded you are for many things. These are the things that without you knowing, uh, you took it inside based on whichever the place you grown up. Now, I can give you 100 examples to that. See, let's say, for example, my belief in terms of, uh, say, meat eating. Like big coming out from the Hindu religion, and my parents, we never eat beef, and then I never ate beef in my life. And this is the belief, this is where my parents told me that's something against our principles, against our religion. We cannot eat beef because it's a sin, so on and so forth. But say, just take it in a bigger picture. What if I was not born in India? Say I was born in western part of the world, say probably say in Africa somewhere, um, where the beef production and meat is more, and people eat like as if we eat chicken and lamb, basically, the Hindus. So, so there, suppose if I was born in somewhere in Africa or any of these Asian countries, probably my parents must have told me, Madhu, eating pork. On some religions, they don't eat pork. Say Muslims don't eat pork. Eating pork is a sin, so you cannot eat it. But you can very well eat beef. So that's what they're going to teach me while I was from the kid, and then that's what I'm going to take that up and pick that up and then apply that in my life. So, end of the day, these belief systems are different to the different places, different religions, different many things, but most importantly, from the time you're beginning, when you're born, and those early years, and then what was told to you, and then what you are accustomed to, and then things can get confusing, but when you grow up in the later stages. But when you apply your own logics, basically, um, eating any kind of a meat is probably a sin, I would say. But then you know what, you just keep eating it, and the, the day you become a vegetarian, it doesn't mean that you become a saint, but probably you just had a bigger awareness and you just avoided eating meat. Doesn't matter. It's a chicken, pork, beef, so on and so forth. So it can go on. But then your belief system, just because you're born in India, for Indians eating beef is a sin. Muslim part of the country eating pork is a sin, and some other part eating, lamb is a sin. So on and so forth. But then, end of the day, when you grow up and when you apply your logic, and then whatever feels right for you, you do it. So that's how the belief system. So same thing applies in many aspects of your business. And suppose if your parents were used to go to work while you were a kid, and then what is the main thing that you gets into your head over a period of time? There are many discussions we do, talks we do, and then the guy is really going to end up um, finishing education and going to find a job because that's what probably he think is the right thing to do. It's same way in a business people and business families, why they are more into a business and learning about the business, how the business works, and what best can be done. Because this is again inputs what you receive at the certain point. But then when you break those barriers, is someone thinks that whatever you believe, you're halfway there. Now, with the old belief system, when you have, it's going to be very difficult for you to cross that line, say that might be possibilities are there if you give it a try. But then you're so strong in those things, what you believed in, and changing a belief, it takes it's all together, it takes a lot of time. And that's where a lot of books, a lot of confidential, a lot of positive information, the more you get into it, you take out that myths of old beliefs you have, and then you started believing this is possible too. This is possible. So that's how you change your belief. So at the end of the day, you believe whatever the things you believe in, and you believe it, you're halfway there. And it's not me who is saying it. Theodore Roosevelt said it, and many positive, the leaders and many successful leaders do say those things. So you need to believe yourself before you try something that you can do it. And fortunately, if you don't believe that you can do it, you're not going to do it because you put a full stop for your idea already in your mind, and then that's how it's going to show up. So stay well, stay blessed. In any moment of a decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. Next best thing is the wrong thing. The worst thing that you can do is doing nothing. The second important thing is, as long as you believe you can, you're halfway there, and the rest of the halfway you need to figure out how to get there. Stay well, stay blessed, be good to good, influence the people around you. And if you like this content and would like to get more of these contents, do subscribe to this channel and press a like button if you like it, and do leave your comments and thought for me to improve on things what I can do better and what content you would like to have. more of it. Stay blessed and be good to good. Influence the people around you positively. Thank you.